There are moments in life when silence feels louder than pain. Moments when you pray, but nothing changes. When you wait, but no sign comes. When you wonder if God is listening, or if He ever was. And that's usually when people stop believing, not because they're weak, but because they're tired. Today, I want to tell you a story. Not a perfect story. Not a religious one. A human story. Because sometimes, God doesn't speak in miracles. Sometimes, He speaks in moments we don't recognize until much later. My name is Stefan, and welcome to the Mindset Voice. This is a story about a man who believed God had abandoned him. A man who thought he was alone at every critical moment of his life. And only years later did he realize something shocking. God was there, the entire time. If this video resonates with you at any point, like it, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Someone else might need this today. The story begins, early life. Let's call him Daniel. Daniel grew up believing that if you worked hard and stayed honest, life would reward you. That's what he was taught. He wasn't rich. He wasn't extraordinary. But he was sincere. And sincerity gave him hope. As a teenager, he believed God watched over him, quietly, invisibly. Not as a shield from pain, but as a presence. Then life happened. First fall, loss, and silence. In his early 20s, Daniel lost his father unexpectedly. No warning. No goodbye. Just absence. He prayed. Not dramatic prayers, honest ones. Nothing changed. Bills piled up. Responsibilities arrived early. Friends drifted away because grief makes people uncomfortable. And slowly, Daniel stopped praying. Not out of anger, but disappointment. If God was there, why did everything feel so empty? This is the first tension. Second fall, failure and doubt. Years later, Daniel chased stability. A job that failed. A relationship that collapsed. A dream that quietly died. Each failure reinforced one belief. I'm on my own. He watched others succeed effortlessly while he struggled endlessly. And that's when doubt hardened into bitterness. Daniel didn't reject God loudly. He simply stopped expecting anything. And sometimes, that hurts more than disbelief. Turning point, the lowest moment. One night, exhausted and numb, Daniel sat alone in his car after another rejection. No anger left. Just emptiness. And for the first time in years he spoke, not prayed, just spoke. If you're there, I don't need answers. I just need to know I'm not invisible. Nothing dramatic happened. No voice. No sign. Just silence. But something subtle shifted. The slow unseen hand. Over time, things changed, not suddenly, but gradually. A stranger helped him when he didn't ask. A delayed rejection led to a better opportunity. A painful ending protected him from a worse future. At the time, none of it felt divine. It felt random. But years later, Daniel began connecting dots he didn't even know existed. Every setback redirected him. Every delay protected him. Every loss reshaped him. Not comfortably, but purposefully. Revelation, looking back. In his 40s, Daniel stood at a place in life he never imagined reaching. Not perfect. Not pain-free. But meaningful. And one day, while looking through old journals, he realized something. Every moment he thought God had left was the moment God was shaping him the most. God wasn't absent. God was quiet. And quiet doesn't mean gone. Message to the audience. If you're listening to this and you feel abandoned, you're not broken. If you're waiting and nothing is happening, you're not forgotten. God doesn't always show up as rescue. Sometimes He shows up as endurance. Sometimes protection looks like delay. Sometimes guidance looks like loss. But presence doesn't always announce itself. God is not just with you when things work out. He is with you in the silence, the confusion, the waiting, the unanswered questions. And one day, maybe years from now, you'll look back and realize what felt like abandonment was preparation. If this story touched you, like the video, subscribe to the Mindset Voice, and comment what resonated with you. You're not walking alone, even when it feels that way. I'm Stefan. And I'll see you in the next one.